Alright, we're back finally. It's been a while, but had a lot of things going on. Didn't miss nothing. I was miserable at California, so forget about that. Here we are at Vegas. A really odd situation with the fix set. Really wonky. And I'll explain that when we get to the lap and I guess keys to the race card. Well, one, tires. Like usual. Except this time it's really, really important. And I mean, you're driving like over half a second slower than what you want to do. And yeah, the car gets extremely on edge. So keep that in mind. Two, it's sort of another multi-groove thing going on, but for different reasons than last week, I guess. Bottom's extremely bumpy. And three, pit road's pretty tricky to get onto just because of the angle that you gotta, do it. So with that said, let's just go ahead and get to pit road, then we'll talk about the lap. Alright, making our way to pit road. We're gonna check it in as usual, maybe a little deeper. I'm gonna start braking right around this Sam's Town logo Z-Max. Pretty hard, downshifting. And we're gonna turn off here. It's kind of tricky because it's a real sharp, bumpy turn down to the left. Don't know how to explain it. And I pretty much got away with murder here because you'll see how close I am to that speed limit. In fact, I'm over, but if you're this amount over, you can pretty much get away with it. Actually, I might have underslowed there. Yeah, never mind. So let me fast forward this. We're looking for the green exit cone right there. We can start accelerating. Keep it out of the white line. I know it's tempting to follow those tire marks there, but that's just part of the scan. Carry on speed, and there you go. Alright, as usual, we're going to start on the second lap because first one's usually a warm-up. Get a nice run up top, and then dive down low. So fix the setup. Fixed weather as usual. All I changed is the brake bias, just down a touch, just because of how weird the car gets. Now I'm going to say right now, as a disclaimer, do not run this hard in the race. You'll pay the price. Unless it's like 10 to go, then, go nuts. But besides that, yeah, I don't recommend it. So you can see on my settings there, you see the thingy on the left with that little track map and the throttle, which is the green, and that, it'll go red if it gets any brake in there, but I don't think we're using any. So let's go ahead and do this lap, and then we'll talk about it. And there you have it for a 30.3, which I'd back that up a tenth or two for the A fix, but this is NIS fix, which is slightly cooler, I believe. Not 100% sure. So let me back that up. So like I said, you want to get a nice little run going out of turn 4. You can see I'm sort of taking this little arc. Alright, so we're going to make our way into 1. Let me go ahead and slow-mo it, because we're aiming sort of here on the little logo there. That's when I start my turn in. So we're kind of aiming in this sort of direction to kind of that groove. So let me continue to slow-mo. We're only going to lift out of the gas just a little bit, enough to get it to turn about 3/4 of the way out. So you'll be over 1/4 on it. Then we're standing back in the throttle just to get it to rotate. And you can see I'm going down to the bottom here. It's extremely bumpy, and I don't recommend doing it, but it's Vegas. You can see how much you're fighting the car. But you can see once I got to the throttle, I stayed in it. Used all the track on exit. And we'll make our way to 3. Let me already slow-mo it. because I'm turning in sort of at this caution light right there. Basically same approach, except we're going to use even more throttle. We're only going to back out a little bit compared to turn 1. You'll see it. See, I'm going to chuck it in, and then I'll start to lift, but not by much, like 45%. Then we're going to slowly pick it back up once you get it down to the white line. Pretty important to get down to the white line. And you can see once I did that, you can just power out. There's not much else to it. You'll just have to fight the car. And do the same arc we did to begin the lap. Don't touch the grass because then your lap won't count. Alright, that's it for this track guide. Might have to rename some things. Might call them qualifying guys. I don't know, because I don't really touch on much race stuff. But like I said, bank it down. Don't push the car because you'll pay the price big time. Wow, my paint needs redone. Just now noticed that. But either way, hopefully it helped. Sim Racing Chewy sign.